Okay, this video is to be an explanation of Key Automator, what it does, what I'm doing with it, and how you can incorporate it into your own projects. Key Automator, conceptually, every track receives chord and key information from a chord and key track. Right here I've got one note of that chord. The key track I'm using on the mixer page, the chord track, and then every track from here is receiving information from those first two. On this first track, I've got it set to play the first note of the chord, middle note of the chord, third note of the chord, and then you've got the seventh here. You can automate that, you can P-lock it. If you want to play a note outside of the chord, you select the melody. From there you can play any note of the scale that you're in. You can also P-lock that so that certain notes can be part of the chord and certain notes can be part of the scale. From there, I have other tracks set up to receive different notes of that chord. This one's getting the middle note of the chord, this one's getting the high note of the chord, and so on. I've got polyphonic tracks here. This track, just like all the others, is receiving the chord and key information from the chord and key pages. You can hear it here. Each track here is only playing C2, or actually this one looks like C3, but it doesn't matter really what note they're playing unless they're a melody track. If they're not a melody track, whatever note you hit there is going to be determined by this chord page. I can change the chord that they're all playing at the same time. Now, that's really basically what it does here. To use it in your own projects, what you'd need to do is save each of these devices into your library. Tap the header there, go into your presets, and save it somewhere in your library. You've got the note of chord, you've got the poly rack there, and you would want to save the switch here. The switch here to change your major and minor key. And then when you load these devices, you would need to hook up these four inputs on each one. You've got the same thing on the poly rack, four inputs. The top one here, chord CV, is coming from your chord track. It's the CV from your chord track. The second one coming from your switch, which is on my key page, the mixer page, right there. The third one is the CV from the track that this device is on. You can see right there. And the last one is the CV from the key track, right there. So you'll need to drop a MIDI to CV on your key track. Same concept with the poly rack here. You've got the chord CV, the gate from this track, the key from your key track, and the switch from your switch. That's really about it.